Hello, hello. Welcome to today's live English lesson here on the Speak English with Vanessa YouTube channel. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to learn English with me and to do it live. This is such a fun thing with the internet that we can do. So today you are going to learn how to speak fluent English in 2026. Maybe that was your New Year's resolution this year to become a fluent English speaker. Well, I want to help you, and today you'll learn how to do that. But before we get started, I'm going to say hello to the wonderful friends that we have live here today. Oh, hello. I see Irna from the Ukraine. Thanks for joining me. Arbab from Pakistan. Thanks so much for joining me. Wonderful. I have a question for you, and that is related to what I just said. Tell me in the comments, where are you from? Let me know what country you're from, and I want to see if we can have every major continent here in the chat. Can we have North America, South America, Europe, Asia, Africa, East Asia, Middle East? Do we have people from all over who are here in the chat? Let me know where you're from. Hello, I see we have Japan, wonderful. Philippines, hello, hello. Mexico, Angel, thanks for joining me. Wonderful. Dagestan, thanks for joining me. India, thanks so much for joining me. Oh, wonderful. We have Iraq, thanks for joining me. Wonderful, wonderful. Venezuela, Carly, thank you so much for joining me. Japan, thanks so much. Oh, we've got Ecuador too. Thanks so much. Australia, wow, it is probably very late at night for you. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you taking the time, no matter what your time zone is, to join us here. And I think we've done it. I think we have people from all over the world. Success, incredible. Romania, hello, hello. Oh, I saw up here as well. We have Italy, hello. Tunisia, hello. Thank you so much. I have a couple questions for you today. My second question. I want to know, what is the hardest part about speaking English? You've probably been learning English, well, at least for a few minutes, I imagine for a few years, and something was not as you expected. Maybe at the beginning you thought it would be no problem, or maybe you didn't even think about it because you were just a child, you were learning English, and still you are here in 2026 trying to become a fluent English speaker. Something has not been working. So tell me, what is the hardest part for you about learning English? I know a lot of my students have told me in the past that the difficulty in learning English, especially speaking English, is having an opportunity to speak. Maybe you don't live in an English-speaking country surrounded by English speakers. And also a difficulty in speaking in English is simply having the confidence to speak. But those things go hand in hand. And today I'm going to help you learn how you can find the confidence so that you can find people to speak with and you can speak with them regularly. Because if you feel like, I can't do it, I'm too scared, I don't want to do it, you're never going to take it to the next step, which is actually connecting with other people and speaking together. So I want to help you with that. And I'm curious to see what you have to say. All right, we have the same idea here. Low opportunity to speak. Yeah, that can be really tricky, especially if you don't have a bunch of English-speaking friends. SharePoint says, understanding native speakers. Okay, so English is too fast. It's difficult to understand. Speaking and spelling some words for in English. Got it. Yes. Pronunciation. Yes. And do you know what? We're going to talk about all of these things today. So you have, as we say, hit the nail on the head. It's difficult for me to choose words that sound natural to native speakers. Okay. I think this is a really common problem. You are not alone. A lot of English learners, pretty much everyone, right? You started learning English in the classroom. And when you first are a beginner, and you're learning, hello, how are you? You're learning just the foundation, right? And it's okay to learn from a textbook in this type of old-fashioned way. But the moment that you know a little bit more, you need to be immersed in real life English. Just like here, I'm just speaking to you as a native English speaker in a normal way. And if you have not been immersed in real life English right away from the very beginning of your English journey, you're going to have this problem. You're not going to know which words sound natural, which words are more textbooky, and which words you actually need to use in your daily life, because we all have different personalities, right? But we want to be able to express ourselves. And good news is there are many different ways you can express yourself. The bad news is you have to find those words. But don't worry, we're going to talk about that today as well. So I would like to know, how would your life change if you could speak English clearly and confidently, if you had the words that you needed when you were about to speak, if you had those speaking opportunities, if you could use the pronunciation that you can't use now, if you could speak more clearly and pronunciation was not a problem, if you could practice, like you mentioned here, spelling, and you could practice being able to speak with confidence, how would your life change? Tell me about the wonderful things. Dream about a world where you just open your mouth and you say, all right, today I can express myself clearly and confidently. I've got this. What would that look like for you? How would your life change? Let me know. Maybe I can visit the US. That would be so cool. And how much easier would it be for you to travel in the US if you could speak smoothly and understand people with no stress, no hesitation? That would be great. Sarah says, I can speed up my professional career. Yes. And the truth of the matter is, English is one of the most used languages, if not the most used international language for business, for educating yourself to improve within your field. If you're a doctor, an engineer, a graphic designer, a construction worker, most of this information is going to be in English. And it can absolutely help to speed up your career. English is an open door of the world. Yep, that says it all, right? When you have a more fluent understanding of English, you can speak confidently, clearly, you can understand fast English. We have a lovely expression, which is, the world is my oyster. I would love to know where this expression came from. I do not know, but it means the world is opening up like an oyster. All of a sudden, you can have professional opportunities, you can have travel opportunities, you can have connections around the world. It's endless, right? I can connect all over the world smoothly. Yes, for people who like to travel, this is essential. You do not need to travel to the US to use English. If you have traveled to any other country where you don't speak the native language, you know English is important. If you are Japanese and you travel to Italy, if you do not know Italian, are you going to speak to people in Japanese? No, you're going to try to speak to them in English. That's just the way of the world right now. So here, the world is your oyster. If you can speak in English, you can also visit Italy, not just the US. You can go to other places. Of course, you should learn a little Italian, right? Before you go. So I would like to invite you to level up your English skills, to step up and immerse yourself in real life English. Not that textbook stuff that has not worked for you over the past many years, however long you've been learning English, that has not been working. And you have this opportunity in front of you, this chance to be able to have more professional development, be able to travel easily, to be able to see the world smoothly, like you said. This is an opportunity if you join me in the Fearless Fluency Club. This course, the Fearless Fluency Club, I have opened for almost 10 years now, and there have been thousands of students, some of those you are about to see, thousands of students who have been able to successfully speak in English confidently, clearly, smoothly, and been able to travel the world because their English skills have given them the confidence to enjoy what is before them, to enjoy going to other countries, to enjoy communicating professionally, be able to express themselves exactly the way that they want. And today I'm going to show you within the Fearless Fluency Club how this is possible for you, because maybe it works for other people, but we want to know, can this work for you? And I will tell you about a special discount in just a minute. And if you want to see more about that, you're welcome to click on the link, speakenglishwithvanessa.com/live, to see more if you are anxious to see it ahead of time. That is no problem. Inside the Fearless Fluency Club, there are some important things that will happen to you. This is a transformation that will happen to you. You will be able to express yourself more easily in English. You'll be able to find the words that you want when you're having conversations. The most important thing to me as someone who leads a very busy life is you'll be able to do all of this without wasting time. It's not going to take up 3-4 hours of your day every single day. You're not going to have to drive across the city, wait in traffic after a long day of work, and then have your English lessons. No, you can do this without wasting any time. I'll show you how in just a minute. And finally, you will learn to speak real English. One of you mentioned that you have the biggest difficulty is knowing what to say that real native English speakers actually say. And I think that is an excellent question. What do real English speakers use that you can also use? And here I am telling you, I will show you exactly what that is. We're going to go through the method that I use in the Fearless Fluency Club that will help you to be able to speak real English. I want to introduce you to a couple of my students today. There are some very special people close to my heart who have shared their opinions about the Fearless Fluency Club, including lovely Ildiko. She said, "This course is fantastic. I like the most that you teach us real English." That's the goal, right? You want to learn real English. And of course, lovely Yuko said, "I think there's no other course which deals with real conversations of ordinary people." You can study online conversations of politicians, TED Talks, these types of presentations, but what about real conversations between real people, ordinary people? As Yuko said, we are mere ordinary people. This is the substance of life, right? This is what we do with our friends, with our coworkers when we're eating dinner together. Maybe you're going to go out to dinner with some clients. What's going to happen there? You might give a little presentation, but most of the conversation is going to be just a real life conversation amongst normal people. So this is something that you need to practice. You need to make sure that you have the skills to be able to have those real life conversations. And Ildiko and Yuko have said that exactly. I love that. And Helly, lovely Helly from Mexico, she said, "This is the best course I've ever had. I like the way you teach, and now I feel confident to talk in English." She also said in there she had a little bit of difficulty. "I had never seen much progress in my speaking skills. This can be very frustrating. Until I found you on YouTube and followed you for a few months. Then I subscribed to your course." And this is the truth, right? You probably have taken some English classes. Maybe you watch tons of English YouTube videos, but it can be really frustrating when you reach a certain level because you don't see as much progress anymore. And maybe that self study type of method can only help you so far. Then you need to be guided to know what is the next step, and you need to do that together. I'll show you how we can do that together in just a minute. Before we go on, I want to ask you a question. How long have you been learning English? Tell me, has it been 2 months? Pretty impressive if you can already understand me. Have you been learning English for 10 years, 30 years, 2 years? Tell me in the comments how long you have been learning English. I want to see what we have here, because if you are learning English and still trying to figure out what is the method for you, what can help you to actually become a confident English speaker, I imagine you're a motivated person, you are dedicated, and you are willing to push through hardship. You have not found methods that have worked for you before, but you're not giving up. You're still trying. This is excellent. This is the key to actually improving your English when you're dedicated to finding what works for you. So I want to see, how long have you been learning English? 2 years? Great. 6 months? 7 years. Lovely. 10 years? 1 year? For 10 years, but no improvement. This is what I'm talking about. This can be really frustrating. 10 years is a pretty long time, right? And if you feel like you improved a little at the beginning and then it's just been this plateau, you need to do something different. And I would like to invite you to find that within the Fearless Fluency Club. I have spent the last 10 years developing this course to make it so that you can speak English confidently, fluently, and feel so supported along the way. That's the goal, right? So, what I would like to do is introduce you to how the Fearless Fluency Club works. So, pay attention carefully because we are going to see if this method can work for you. We're going to talk about the conversation breakdown method. The conversation breakdown method is this proven method that I have developed over the last 10 years to help you be able to speak like real English speakers, to take conversations between real English speakers, break it down, which means take it into little pieces so that you can also use that when you have real conversations. And of course, there will be an opportunity to use what you've learned within the course. So let's take you through the 4 steps of the conversation breakdown method. Step number 1 is this. You're going to watch a real English conversation. Let's do this for a moment. You're going to watch a real English conversation, and this will happen every single month. You will immerse yourself in how real English speakers speak together. Now, if you can understand me in my YouTube videos, that's a great base. But you know as well as I do that when you watch a TV show or when you go out into the real world and try to speak with other people, it's very different, right? Because you need to level that up. Not just English teacher Vanessa speaking, you need to add more people. You need to add more complex topics, and this will help to prepare you for real conversations in the real world. So, in the Fearless Fluency Club, every single month, you will be immersed in a new real life conversation. You have access to all 40 of these fascinating topics, but we're going to focus on one each month. If you are the extra motivated type, you can study as many as you want on day one, but we will study one per month. And these are topics such as being a paramedic in the hospital, talking about music, being a musician, talking about meditation, about healthcare. All of these topics, these are not just the basic conversations. These are real life conversations. So first, we are going to focus on these real conversation topics. The second step is you are going to study the vocabulary, phrasal verbs, and pronunciation that were used within that conversation. So these are not random vocabulary words, random phrasal verbs, random pronunciation points. No. We are focusing on real life English. So we are going to take vocabulary that was used from the conversation, take phrasal verbs and pronunciation that were used within that conversation so that you can speak exactly like that real conversation. This is the goal, to teach you exactly how real native speakers speak. Step number 3 is you're going to quiz yourself. I love a little low pressure test, right? High pressure tests are high pressure, but you're going to quiz yourself on the new expressions and phrasal verbs that you've learned. See if you can remember them. Give yourself a little challenge because step number 4 is coming. But before I tell you about it, I want to ask you a question. Tell me, have you ever had a difficult time staying motivated to learn English? Let me know in the comments. When you have a long-term goal, like becoming a fluent English speaker, do you think your journey is like this? I will make a resolution, 2026. I will speak fluent English by December 31st, 2026. And your journey is just going to be like this the whole time, up, 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 up. You'll be so motivated. Every day you'll wake up and say, oh, it's a great day to learn English. Oh. Have you ever had difficulty staying motivated? Yes, sometimes I struggle to stay motivated. You're not alone. But I remind myself why learning English is important and I keep practicing. I love that. So, if you ever need an extra boost to stay motivated, this is why I would love to introduce you to step number 4 of the conversation breakdown method. Are you ready? Step number 4, you can join our community for weekly live lessons. Every Sunday, I have a live streamed lesson within our community. Every Fearless Fluency Club student is welcome to join. And this is a place where you will learn live. You will be able to ask me any questions and get immediate feedback. And you can stay motivated on a weekly basis. I am here to answer your questions, but also to encourage you. I know this power of having a guide, a teacher, someone to lead the way. So every single week, this is step number 4, you can join me for our weekly live streamed lessons. I'm very excited about this. I have been doing this weekly lesson for almost 10 years, every single week, every single Sunday. And I am very happy to continue to do this. In fact, I want to share with you what our lovely student, Ava, anyone who is in the Fearless Fluency Club probably knows. Ava, thank you, Ava, for your lovely comments. She said, last but not least, I'd like to talk about the live lessons. These are the most exciting, most vivid, and most useful parts of the whole course. It's more than just listening to explanations. It's connecting with others in the group, thinking together, and participating in a live event every single week. You can ask Vanessa your questions and get your feedback immediately. If you can't join online, you can rewatch it. I recommend you give it a try. The Fearless Fluency Club is totally worth it. With love, Ava. Oh, thank you, Ava. And I think this is absolutely true, that when you're participating in a live event, we are human. We need connection. We need to be able to be there, even if it's virtually live together. This is essential to help us continue going. And I have a feeling you will also love the weekly live stream lessons, just like Ava. And before we go on to our next point, I want to shout out, we have a few students who have joined the Fearless Fluency Club. If you would like to join Ava in the Fearless Fluency Club, you can join at this link, speakenglishwithvanessa.com/live. This link will lead you to be able to get our limited time discount. I'll tell you about this discount in more detail in a minute, but you can get a $190 off discount. And that link will take you exactly there. I want to shout out Julian Mathis. Thanks for joining. I am so excited. I hope you can join the live lessons every Sunday. I would love to see you there. We also have Zhang Dongchu. Thank you so much for joining me. I am so excited to become your teacher. And Kayako Tsuzuki, thank you for joining me from all over the world. You're awesome. So let's go on. And I would like to know, this is your chance. Tell me, when was the last time you had a real conversation in English? I don't mean a, hi, how you doing? That's not a full conversation, right? I mean a real conversation, because you are here to speak English, right? Speak English with Vanessa. It's in the name. So I want to know, when was the last time you had a real conversation? Because the only way to improve your speaking skills is to speak. You guessed it. So I want to know, when was the last time you had a real English conversation? Does it happen often? Tell me in the comments. Oh, I see we have a never had a real English conversation. You got this. Last week. Excellent. Excellent. Last Christmas. A couple weeks ago. 5 months ago with my foreign friend. Love it. Love it. Last month. Today. That's wonderful. Never. Oh. Yes. So Sergey says weekly live classes. So I want to tell you, so the weekly live classes, there's two options. One option is the Sunday live stream with me. The second I'm about to tell you about. You will be very excited to hear about this. The bonus within this course is there are weekly speaking groups. You can speak with other members every single week. In fact, some people speak every single day together, but you can grow your confidence and actually have real life conversations. There are incredibly kind, friendly, lovely people within the Fearless Fluency Club that are waiting to speak with you. Some groups meet every single week. Some groups meet twice a week. And there is a group that meets every single Sunday. And I'm the leader of this group. So I will introduce you to the other people and give you the structure for the call, and you will speak together. You will break out into rooms of 4 or 5 people and you will speak together. Because how can you improve your speaking skills? You have to do it. You have to get yourself outside your comfort zone. And I tell my students again and again that if you feel nervous about speaking in English, first of all, this is very common. It is incredibly human to feel nervous about doing something, especially for the first time. But even though it's common, you need to push yourself a bit. You need to try. Don't just jump into a boardroom and give a huge presentation in English. That's too much at the beginning, right? What you need to do is you need to take the first step up. The first step up is to speak with other English learners. In this way, everyone understands exactly how you feel, that nervousness, the mistakes, all of it, and they will be patient. The next step is when you speak with a native English speaker and you're testing those skills, then you can speak with multiple people and then you can give a presentation. But if you jump right to that level, it's going to be too overwhelming and you might just end up quitting because it's too frustrating. So here I want to present you with that first step where you can have weekly speaking groups, make friends from around the world, and speak together. I think that you would really love this. And many friends would enjoy this, would enjoy meeting you as well. Our lovely friend Elaine has been part of the Fearless Fluency Club for a long time, and she joins the weekly speaking groups. And she said, what surprised me even more was the wonderful community and the opportunity to meet and interact with so many friends around the world. Love it. This allows us to feel motivated and gung-ho about learning English. Gung-ho was one of the phrases that we were learning that month. So this helps her to stay motivated, make friends, make connections, because we are not isolated in our own bubble in the world, right? We are connected with other people and we need that. That's what's going to motivate you. Even though it can be a little bit challenging at the beginning, we're here for you. The second bonus also has to do with giving you speaking practice. When you join the Fearless Fluency Club, you can join with the link over here. I see that, speakenglishwithvanessa.com/live. When you join the Fearless Fluency Club, you will get 1 month free access to my new app, Speak with Vanessa AI. It is so cool. In this app, you will be able to speak with AI Vanessa. She has been trained with my teaching skills, my personality, and you will be able to speak with her 24/7, no judgment, no embarrassment, make as many mistakes as you want. Technically, no one is listening. So you can have as much speaking practice as you want. There are even exercises from the Fearless Fluency Club within the app so that you can seamlessly practice exactly what you've been learning. You can study the vocabulary, study the real life conversation, and then go to the app and be able to have conversations about what you've learned. When you use exactly what you've learned, you'll be able to remember it and retain it better. So within the app, we have progress streaks, we have leaderboards to see who has the most vocabulary growth. You can have corrections within the app. It is so cool. So this is a bonus within the Fearless Fluency Club. And you can use this either on your phone or on the computer, just as a bonus. And I want to tell you what lovely Zoltan said. He said, wow, me and my girlfriend just tried it out and we are totally amazed. It's really great that you, Vanessa, always ask back. Therefore, keep the conversations alive and interesting. I like your reactions and answers. It seems like a real human conversation. I will use it as much as I can. Congratulations for this AI project and thank you. It's going to be very useful to me. I'm so glad. I think that this bonus will be very useful to you as well, especially if you really lack the speaking opportunities. This is a great opportunity, along with our weekly speaking groups, for you to be able to explode your speaking skills this year, to really be able to become a fluent English speaker, the more opportunities that you have. And finally, bonus number 3 in the Fearless Fluency Club is something that I started about a year ago. It is very exciting. A lot of my students say that this is one of their favorite parts. And it is daily English lessons sent to you by email. So this way, you will have bite-sized lessons that you can digest and you can study in little snippets. We call these 5-minute English, 5-minute English lessons sent to you by email. And I think that my student Kim summed it up very well. She said, "Dear Vanessa, thank you a lot for your new idea of sending 5-minute daily emails to us. I don't have much time, so 5 minutes a day fits my schedule perfectly. Hope you continue sending us emails like this." And Mio at the bottom said, "Yeah, it's so cool. It reminds me to keep studying. Thank you, teacher." I think this is what we need, right? We need to be reminded, but we also need effective lessons. So when you can have something that fits your daily life, like Kim, if you're busy like Kim, if you're busy like me, you need something that fits your daily life. Commuting across town to go to an English lesson for 1 hour once a week, it might fit someone's life. It doesn't fit my life. That's too much for me to handle. But for you, you can fit this in to your daily life. My lovely student Simone said, "Hi, Vanessa. I really like the Fearless Fluency Club because I can know new friends around the world." She joins our weekly Zoom calls. "Learn new words and new interesting cultures." So here you have the opportunity to meet people, not just the people on the Zoom calls, but also meet the speakers from the real life conversations. You're able to get to know other cultures, share your culture as well. And this is something that's very valuable for everybody in the group. We can travel through you, learn about your country, and you're doing this all in English. So you are immersing yourself in English. Wonderful. Let me give you some more details about what is inside the course. Let's do this. I'm going to give you some more details about what's inside the course, but I want to let you know that if you decide to join the Fearless Fluency Club with me right now, we are having a $190 off discount. This is a 45% off discount because it is the beginning of 2026. I want you to have all the lessons you need for the entire year. This is an annual subscription, which means you will only pay once and you will have all the lessons you need for the entire year. If you want to continue, you can join us again next January. It will renew next January. That's your choice, no problem. And you will be able to have all the lessons you need for the entire year. For me, I love making New Year's resolutions. Sometimes I feel hesitant because I often break them. But if I have a New Year's resolution that I really want to make, I try to put something in place to help me achieve that. Maybe it's an alarm that will help me remember to work out. Maybe it's going for a walk with a friend so that I can have accountability while I work out. And maybe for you, this could mean that you are joining our course so that you can become fluent in English. You have the support of a community, you have the support of me as your teacher, and you are taking a step to do something different than you've done before. Because sometimes the ways that we've tried in the past just don't work out, or they worked for a time and now they're not working anymore. So I want you to be able to have the support and the guidance that you need so that at the end of this year, you are a new English speaker. How cool would that be? So let's take a look and see what is inside the course. Inside the course, you're going to get 235. Now there's actually a little more than this. It's like 240, 250 real life English lessons. These include conversation lessons, vocabulary lessons, grammar lessons, pronunciation lessons. We're going to take a look inside the course. You'll see this in just a minute as well. You'll get over 188 study quizzes to be able to guide you through the material and weekly live stream lessons with me. This is more than you need really for an entire year, and you will walk with me step by step to be able to achieve those goals so that you will be transformed. I would love that for you. I would love to see you go from January 2026 you to December 2026 you, and there you are at the end of the year, speaking English, no problem. Wouldn't that be awesome? Well, let's take a look for just a minute. I'm going to show you inside the Fearless Fluency Club. Would you like to see a sneak peek inside the course? I would love to show you that. All right, let's do that. So here we are inside the Fearless Fluency Club. This is our tutorials section, but you will be guided by me to help you know step by step how to use this course. We have our 2026 study plan. These are the modules we will be studying. And you will be able to join our community. This is essential, right? So that you can actually speak with us and you can claim your free month of Vanessa AI. Here we have all the information you need. And at any time, you can cancel your membership. This is absolutely no problem. There's no penalty, and we are here for you to make it as easy as possible. So let's take a look at one of these modules. This month, we are studying tattoos. Let's take a look here at, how about this one? All right, here we have a lesson about a wonderful city, San Diego. Within this lesson, this is what we study for 1 month. Within this lesson, you will see a lesson guide. This is like a mini textbook. It's going to walk you through everything that you're going to learn in these video lessons. So let's take a look at the conversation. The entire course here is based on the conversation lesson. In this lesson, we're going to meet my sister in San Diego, and she's going to tell us all of the different cultural tips, some of the ideas about why you can see here, why she moved to the city, and the vocabulary that she uses. We are going to be studying in the vocabulary lesson. So let's go over to the vocabulary lesson. There are 2 parts. You can study this over 2 different days. And within the vocabulary lesson, you're going to meet my husband, Dan, and he is going to be participating in this lesson with me so that you can hear a different perspective and a different way of approaching vocabulary. We're going to chit chat about each of the words, and this is going to help you hear not just the definitions and sample sentences, but we are going to tell little stories using the words. We are going to give our own explanations, and this type of chit chat, this type of immersive way to learn vocabulary is extremely effective because you are connecting with how we talk about the expressions. You're not just memorizing a list, you're hearing Dan's story about when he would use this word himself, or we laugh together. You can laugh with us. This is an excellent way to be able to naturally remember what you've learned. So if you enjoy the conversation lessons on my YouTube channel, this is absolutely something you will love. And at the bottom here, you can always download the audio version of the lesson. This is something that a lot of students who have a long commute enjoy. They listen to the lessons while they're driving or on the train. And you're welcome to take a quiz as well. We can take a look at the grammar lesson. And within the grammar lesson, Dan and I explain the phrasal verbs, but there is also a special extra material section. In this extra material verbs that we're talking about. A lot of students enjoy this because when you watch movies and TV shows, it can be really tricky to understand what people are saying. But in the grammar section, we study movies and TV shows to help you be able to hear the phrases that they're actually using. So this can boost your listening skills as well. So I explain them, and then we also watch these clips and we try to analyze and understand the nuance behind all of the clips. And we have here our pronunciation lesson. I know some of you mentioned pronunciation is something that is difficult for you. Well, I am pleased to say that in the pronunciation lesson, we use what has been proven to be the most effective pronunciation tool for improving your speaking, improving your clarity, improving the cadence of your voice, and that is shadowing. So here we are going to focus on one sentence. You can see that sentence here, and we will break down using the conversation breakdown method. We will break down this sentence into every single sound. We will go through the phrase and we will make sure that you can pronounce it exactly the way that it was pronounced in the conversation. All of the connections, all of the cutoff sounds, all of the tricky sounds for English learners, we will go through them step by step. And by really repeating like this and repeating after my voice, you'll be able to speak that way as well and improve your pronunciation. You will notice, I guarantee, you will notice all of these pronunciation sounds as you're watching movies and TV shows because we go over it in such detail. Okay, enough about that. I want to show you a very fun little bonus as well. At the end of each month, you can study the story. Now, the story is a review of everything that you've learned, the vocabulary, the grammar, the pronunciation, and it is from, there's a little extra vocabulary as well. It is based on the topic of the month. This is a story that my husband Dan writes. He is very proud of it, and many students think it is hilarious. He tries to make it quite funny. I think this story is about going to the ocean and a fish starts to speak. It is going to the ocean in oh yes, Charisse is no longer standing on the beach, but standing on the water with her hair blowing wildly in the wind like a sea witch. Prepare to meet your maker, she yelled maniacally. Vanessa screamed and jumped off her surfboard, falling through the waves. Yes, as you can see, Dan has a lot of fun. A lot of fun writing those. And I think that this is something many students also enjoy taking a look at, trying to just review everything that you've learned and have a good time with it. So I would like to tell you a few other things, but before I do, I want to say hello. Thank you so much, everyone who is with me still. I appreciate your time and effort. Chris, hello. Nicole, hello. Fredo, thanks so much for joining me. I want to invite you to join me right now for the annual Fearless Fluency Club plan. You can join me to get a $190 off discount. This discount, let's take a look at this. This discount is going to close at the end of today. In 12 hours, this discount will close, and then you will have to pay the full price, which is $420 for an entire year. But right now, at the beginning of the year, I want you to be able to join risk-free, be able to join and plan for the entire year. And you can do this with less risk because you can join with a 45% off discount. This includes all 235 lessons with the yearly membership. This includes weekly live stream lessons. This includes the weekly speaking groups where you can speak together. It includes the 1-month trial of my speaking app. And it includes daily 5-minute lessons where I will send these to you and you will be able to digest and be reminded that we are on this English speaking journey together so that you can level up your skills. But make sure that you join before the end of today, because at the end of today, this 45% off discount ends, and I want you to be able to learn English and save money, right? I want to do a quick shout out. I saw a few people here have joined. Quick shout out. We have Ella Brabowski. Thanks so much for joining the Fearless Fluency Club. Yvonne Drapo, thanks so much for joining. Excellent. I'm so glad that you're here. Natalia Bonick, thanks so much for joining. There will be a live stream lesson with me this Sunday. So if you join the Fearless Fluency Club now, you will get this $190 off discount, and you can join me on Sunday for your first live stream lesson. We call this my Sunday lesson. That's what my kids say. It's time for mommy's Sunday lesson. And I teach this every single Sunday. I don't want you to miss it. I would be so happy to see you in that lesson. So how can you join, and how can you get this 45% off discount for the annual membership? All you need to do is click the link speakenglishwithvanessa.com/live that's in the comments, and you'll be able to get access to this discount. If you click on that link too late, tomorrow, the next day, and it says 000 on the timer, you will not be able to get that discount. So don't wait. Try to do that today before the end of the day. And now it's time for questions. I want to know, do you have any questions for me? And while you are thinking of any questions, maybe that's about English, maybe that's about the Fearless Fluency Club, feel free to ask me. I am really here live. It's me. Let me know if you have any questions. And I want to answer a few that I get commonly asked. Who is the Fearless Fluency Club for? I will tell you first who it is not for. First of all, if you cannot understand this lesson, this speaking level that I'm doing, the course is not for you. If it's really, really, really hard for you to understand me right now, then this course is not for you. If you are I guess if you cannot understand this, but also if you are a pretty low beginner, this course is not for you. This is for higher beginners, intermediate, and advanced English learners. If you are not willing to spend some money to improve your English, then this course is not for you. By definition, it is a course, so this is something that you have to pay for. I have over 600 free lessons here on YouTube. If you are not able to pay to learn English, you are welcome to learn English for free with me here on YouTube. It is my pleasure to be able to provide that for you. And if you, on the other side, if you can understand my voice, but you have some difficulties understanding movies and TV shows, you feel pretty hesitant when you have conversations in English, maybe you have no opportunities to have conversations in English. If you have been studying English for a long time and it's just not working, maybe you have reached a certain level and you don't know what to do to get to the next level, the Fearless Fluency Club has been going for almost 10 years. It has been proven to be successful for many students, as you saw from their comments today. And I hope that this is something that can be working for you as well. Let me show you one other common question. Some students ask, what is your refund policy? So for all the Speak English with Vanessa courses, including the Fearless Fluency Club, we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee, no questions. All you need to do is purchase the course, send me an email and say, I would like a refund. Boom, boom, boom. Then we will send it back to you. No problem. I want to make sure that you can join, try it out, have very low risk because you want to see for yourself, can this work for you? And maybe it won't work for you. You can get a refund. That's totally fine. But I am pretty certain that you will love the real English conversations. You'll love the weekly live streams. You'll love connecting with other students. This is something that has worked for so many students, and I want to see it work for you as well. So if you have any questions for me, then I would like to be able to answer those. Oh, I see one wonderful question here. Fredo says, what can I expect by following your lessons? I'm B2 and I'd like to know which level I can expect to reach. So if you follow all of my lessons, if you study the video lessons, follow the conversation breakdown method, you study with the quizzes, you join the weekly live stream call, and you speak, especially, that's the key, speak with other people in weekly speaking groups, you can absolutely level up 1 level or 2 levels. This is especially by speaking, exceedingly common. I want you to be able to move from B2, which is high intermediate. You already have a good level, but you probably don't have that confidence, that ability to just jump into any conversation and just do it, right? When you're at B2, you have a good level of vocabulary. It might not all be vocabulary that people use in real life, but you have a pretty good level of vocabulary. You have a really good understanding of grammar and all of this, but you need to get off that plateau and get up to an advanced level, right? So by actually immersing yourself, like this course, in real life conversations, having those conversations yourself, this is what's going to boost you up to the next level. Now, having said that, if your goal is to just pass the exam to get to C1 or pass the exam to get to C2, if that is your only goal, I just want to pass the exam, you don't really care about actually having real conversations in English, I recommend not joining this course. If your goal is to pass an exam to get to the next level, if your goal is to take like the IELTS exam or the CFR, those types of exams, you need to study specifically the course material or the exam material. You need to study the exam material, the test taking style you need to study. So I do have a couple students who say, you know what, I just want to pass the test because my work requires it. I don't really need to have conversation skills. Okay, this course is not for you. This course is really to help you level up your real life skills. So that's kind of the caveat. Great question here. I have an English level B2, but I learned British English and I want to speak American English. But I want the course live. Do you have any email? I want to send an email. Yes. First of all, you can send me an email anytime. contact@speakenglishwithvanessa.com. That's my email address. You can ask me any questions there. But this course specifically focuses on American English. Almost all, there's one person who is a British English speaker who appears in the lessons one time. But this course focuses on American English. The speakers are Americans. I'm an American. My husband's an American. You will be immersed in American English accent, American English vocabulary, and all of those nuances. Occasionally we mention, oh, actually, this is different in British English. Sometimes we talk about that because we're English teachers. That's fun, right? And it's useful to know, but it specifically focuses on American English. The question here about I want to do it live. There are a couple things that you can do live. So the video lessons, you can watch these at any time. These are recorded and you can study the conversation, the vocabulary, the phrasal verbs, the pronunciation. What we saw inside the course, you can study that at any time. You have unlimited access inside the course to study those videos. There are live elements, live options, such as you can join me every Sunday for my live stream lesson. This is live, just like I'm live right now. And you can join weekly speaking groups. Those are live. You will be able to speak with real people together. And for me, I think this is exceedingly motivating, also very fun, sometimes a little scary the first time you do it, but really effective. So if any of you would like to join me in the Fearless Fluency Club, then you can click on the link speakenglishwithvanessa.com/live and you can join me in the Fearless Fluency Club the entire year of 2026. You can be my student and get this 45% off discount, but the discount closes in about 12 hours tonight at midnight, my time, New York time. This discount will close. So please join me in the Fearless Fluency Club. I can't wait to help you. I can't wait to be your English teacher this year, guide you. You can join me for my live lesson in 2 days on Sunday. That would be awesome. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask, and I will be checking the comments as well. Thank you so much for learning English with me this year. You are amazing. I'm very grateful for you. Thank you for learning with me here on YouTube. Whether you join me here on YouTube or in my course, the Fearless Fluency Club, you are awesome. Thank you for being here. And I hope to see you again, whether it's in my course or here on YouTube. And I'll see you the next time. Bye.